everyone has a certain kind of insecurity and a way to perhaps counteract that. And my way of doing that has always been through art and expression. It's basically what's kept me going for most of my life. Usually, there are people see two sides of me. There's the big, laughing, joking goofball who doesn't take anything seriously, and then there's this guy you see on stage playing his guitar super hard and getting really into it and looking all pissed off and stuff. And I try to do my best to balance out those two sides. I mean, if it weren't for music and expression and doing what I do, I would probably have the biggest chip on my shoulder, just because I'd have nothing to vent to, basically. I've always felt it's kind of hard to explain. I'm happy, yet I'm frustrated. I enjoy life, but yet I'm angry with how the world works. I like being optimistic, but I also tend to be nihilistic. I try to see the bright side of things, but yet I'm cynical, so it's kind of unbalanced. And the best way for me to express all of that is through my music. I'm sure many others can relate to it, and that's probably why they make music as well. I've never really been a people person. When I was younger, I used to look up to others more and try to change who I am just to appeal to them, but now it's really gotten to a point where I've become very callous when it comes to that. I'm at the point where I'm just beyond caring about what people think or what people want. You know, society always wants certain things out of people, out of me, and I choose just to not give it to them because I don't want to give it to them. I wouldn't be happy if I did that. never really understood these people, and I don't think they've really understood me. And I don't think I want to try to understand them anymore. It'd be too much of a headache. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I'll feel like I have more in common with and feel closer to someone at a show who has tattoos all over them and has piercings all over their face or something like that, rather than someone at my church. What's always made me the happiest is through playing my music and expressing myself through this kind of stuff. Nothing else has really put me at that same state of catharsis and euphoria. Sometimes you can be in a group of friends or in your family and you can still feel isolated or alone. And it might not even be their fault. It might just be, something about you. It could be just insecurities like I mentioned earlier. But if you don't have something to try to fix that, then it could lead to destructive consequences. I've tried hard my entire life to not be a destructive person, despite my insecurities and my social issues. Despite the fact, because I'm kind of torn. I feel like I want to be with people, but at the same time, I've kind of given up on human beings. They don't really interest me anymore. But I noticed that when I'm playing this and there's people listening, I do feel connection. I do feel a bond with almost anyone who can get into it and enjoy it, or maybe it could be with other musicians. That's when I feel the closest to others, and I'm very happy about that. I wish I could do that all the time, but unfortunately you can't do that. So it's difficult to find another way to bond and connect with others by different means besides art. I don't think it matters at the end of the day whether or not people enjoy what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it should be about you. It shouldn't be about them. I think most of the time people will put aside what they want and what makes them happy in order to make others happy, and they end up being, unhappy in the process. And like I said, I used to be like that, but now I've chosen to do and say and play what makes myself happy and makes me at peace with myself, or at least temporarily at peace with myself. And it's because of this decision to, live my life, I'd say live my life selfishly, that I've found this peace within myself. But it's not permanent. Like I said, it's temporary, and that's why I keep doing this. Because although I'm not at peace with myself, I learn a lot about myself and who I am when I make music. I wish I could say that I'm a very, get along kind of guy, and most of my friends and family will tell you that. But at the same time, I've always felt kind of outside, and I don't know why. I don't really have any feelings towards everything that's going on right now in terms of the world, because now it's just people just want to break each other down and tear each other apart, and I've kind of become like that as well, because I always try to be accepted by others, by society, but because I didn't really get that for most of my life, I've grown kind of angry because of it. I've developed this big screw you, I don't care kind of attitude towards anything. But I don't want to be a hateful, put everyone down kind of person. But sometimes in the environment that you come from and what you're exposed to, it just happens. You can change that if you put enough effort into it, but it's difficult when you're always in that kind of environment. It's because of being isolated by society for most of my time that I've been able to, I'm comfortable being on my own and being, kind of the odd guy out, even though I'm not really that odd and I'm not really that out, because there are others, that have it much more serious. So I don't want to take that away. I don't want to take that away from them or anything like that. But I'm just explaining that even though I have all these great relationships with my friends and my family, I tend to feel the most comfortable or most at peace, I guess, when I'm by myself and I'm doing my own thing and I'm making this art, making this emotional, cathartic kind of music. And I don't think I would have it any other way. I feel like I could live the rest of my life doing this and I'd be happy, and that's all I just want to be at the end of the day. Just be happy. When I'm in my 60s, I want to look back on my life and just have no regrets in terms of what I've done. I want to think to myself, I've done everything I've wanted to do, I've said everything that I've wanted to say, and now people will remember that. That's what I want to be remembered for. there. So if you liked it, buy and support the artists. Thank you guys so much for coming.